Good, happy Monday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to Good Evening, New Hampshire. Let's get started. First up, 2 workers injured when support beam collapsed in Bow. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR.
You get to choose from over 700 vehicles with the best price, selection, and service. Drive the all-new 2016 Chevy Silverado Double Cab Custom 4-Wheel Drive Pickup for only $227 a month.
Make it McMokin Chevrolet. This is a truss, a prefabricated roof support. Crews successfully installed dozens here at the site of Bow's future public safety complex, but this morning, something went wrong.
One of them bowed, buckled, and came down, brought another one of the trusses with it.
Jeff Ruggles is the finance director in Bow, but is stepping in for the town manager who's out of town. He tells News 9 the fire chief was at the construction site at the other end of the building when the accident happened.
He immediately called in for 2 ambulances because he saw the construction workers on the ground.
Both men were transported to Concord Hospital.
One had a broken leg and ankle, and the other one had a mild concussion, a couple stitches, and he bruised his elbow.
Construction was halted for the day. The Board of Selectmen, the company who made those prefab trusses, and OSHA were contacted immediately.
OSHA is on site doing their investigation. When they're completed, we'll have a report and we'll know when construction resumes.
OSHA spent about 2.5 hours on site.
The construction company says they're planning on starting up tomorrow morning, provided they're given the okay.
So I did speak with a town official late this afternoon. He tells me both of those construction workers were up and chatting with family and friends in the hospital. They are expected to be okay. As for that new public safety complex set to open March 2017, it will house both police and fire. Live in Bow this evening, Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Clinton still leads in New Hampshire, but gap narrows. The race for president in the Granite State has grown tighter in the past 2 weeks, but Hillary Clinton is still in a strong position to scoop up the battleground states for important electoral votes. In a new Granite State poll released Monday evening, shows Democratic Clinton leading Republican Donald Trump 45% to 38%, with 6% for Libertarian Gary Johnson and 1% for Green Party candidate Jill Stein. The poll shows that 7% of those polled are undecided. What's next for the FBI's renewed investigation into Clinton's email server? The FBI says it's moving ahead with urgency as it begins the examination of newly discovered emails that prompted a review of the investigation into Hillary Clinton's use of a private server. After Our Buzz, APC, LB, LUV, and more. Shares of Andacora Petroleum intentionally fell more than 2% Monday after the company missed out on its earnings report. Donald Trump, thank you, Huma. Good job, Huma. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
Clinton's longest-serving aide is now finding herself thrust into the center of her boss's most durable controversies.
And with that, I'll be making no further comments. Thank you.
A flood of new emails from Clinton's private email server during her time as Secretary of State revealed this week and are raising new questions about the State Department's relationship with the Clinton Foundation. Enter Abedin. Emails obtained by Judicial Watch, a conservative watchdog group, show Abedin emailing with a top Clinton Foundation official, arranging a meeting with the Crown Prince of Bahrain, a foundation donor who was unable to get a meeting through official channels. Doug Band writing to Abedin, quote, asking to see her, good friend of ours. None of the exchanges appear to offer a direct quid pro quo, but has opened the door for criticism.
No issue better illustrates how corrupt my opponent is than her pay-for-play scandals as Secretary of State.
Huma Abedin has been by Clinton's side for 2 decades, first working for First Lady Clinton as an intern in the White House, staying with her through her Senate run, her 2008 campaign in the State Department.
Unconfirmed. Yeah, unconfirmed.
And rising now to vice chairwoman of the Clinton campaign.
She's on the road a lot, and I just, am there to help keep it all together and help people be at their best, including my boss.
Their relationship is close, so close Clinton has known to refer to her as a second daughter.
Good afternoon, my name is Anthony Weiner.
And it was Clinton who helped Huma through the public fall of her husband, former Congressman Anthony Weiner, over his sex scandal.
I love him. I have forgiven him. I believe in him. And as we have said from the beginning, we are moving forward.
Abedin is a Muslim, born in Michigan, raised in Saudi Arabia, her father from India and her mother from Pakistan. Her background and family ties, the subject of speculation and scrutiny by Clinton critics. Rupert Murdoch's paper bringing up allegations this week about her association with this academic journal founded by her father that looks at issues related to Muslims living in Western societies, to which Huma is listed at one point as an assistant editor.
And CNN spoke to many people who know that publication and know the region, and they describe it as a nonpartisan, strictly academic journal that does not raise flags in its content. But the Clinton campaign has had to respond to these allegations over Huma's role in the journal. A Clinton campaign spokesman telling CNN that she was not paid and did, quote, little to no work.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Now let's take a look at your weather on radar. Here's a live look on radar right now. As you see on radar, we have a few clouds moving through New Hampshire for this evening. Now let's take a look at our weather on our weather system. Your weather on our weather system, your wind speed peak is 7 miles per hour, average is 4. Current is 3 from the southwest. Your temperature is 38 degrees, humidity is 70%. Your dew point is 29 degrees, your forecast is partly sunny, and your pressure is 30.03. Now let's take a look at your next 7-day forecast. And here's a look at your next 7-day forecast. And now let's take a look at that traffic. Here's a look at your traffic right now. We're seeing a lot of green roadways. We have a few yellow areas and a few red areas. Otherwise, your traffic is moving pretty good on your Monday evening. And that does it for Good Evening New Hampshire right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.